What if one song could touch millions, break digital records, and rewrite an artist's entire identity? That's exactly what Wang Yibo just did with Wish Love, and trust me, the story behind it is nothing short of legendary. Stay with us, because what you're about to discover might just change the way you feel about music. Wang Yibo's release of Wish Love in 2025 marked far more than a musical comeback. It signaled the beginning of a profound transformation in his artistic identity. For years, he had been known as a multifaceted entertainer, a dancer with electrifying precision, an actor with on-screen charisma, and a pop idol adored by millions. But with this song, he invited the world into a far more intimate space, the space of his inner voice. Wish Love is not simply a musical single. It is a declaration of self. It speaks volumes not only through its lyrics, but through the very act of Wang Yibo stepping forward as both songwriter and storyteller. The most compelling aspect of Wish Love lies not in its melody, though warm and haunting, nor in its production, though elegantly restrained, but in the courage it took to write it. For the first time in his career, Yibo peeled away the performance layers and offered a piece of his emotional truth. The lyrics are not vague platitudes, but personal reflections wrapped in poetry. Phrases like "a glimmer in the dark" or "blooming at dawn" are far more than poetic metaphors. They represent survival, rebirth, and the quiet ache of longing. These words, likely drawn from his own journey, speak to a universal audience, as if he's saying, "I've been where you are and I made it through. You can too." This track was never designed to impress through grandeur. On the contrary, it is almost minimalist in sound, allowing the clarity of his voice to carry the emotional weight. That vulnerability, deliberate and sincere, is what elevates the song beyond entertainment. It becomes a shared human experience. In choosing to create rather than merely perform, Wang Yibo steps into the role of a true artist. Someone who processes the chaos of life and transforms it into beauty others can find themselves in. But perhaps what makes Wish Love so impactful is that it was released at a time when authenticity is rare. The digital world is saturated with content curated to be seen rather than felt. Amid that noise, this quiet, gentle song emerged like a whisper that demanded attention. It did not rely on spectacle. It relied on soul. And people listened. More than that, they felt. They cried, they related, they responded by creating their own interpretations, videos, and reflections. The song didn't just top charts, it healed hearts. Wang Yibo's Wish Love signals the start of a new chapter not only for his fans, but for the artist himself. It is the turning point where an idol sheds the safety of image and embraces the risk of expression. In doing so, he has redefined what it means to be a pop star in today's world. Not someone who entertains from a distance, but someone who dares to feel and invites others to feel with him. That's not just a song. That's a statement. And the world heard it. What makes Wish Love by Wang Yibo resonate so deeply isn't just its gentle melody or poetic lyrics. It is the raw, unfiltered emotional current running through every line, every note, every silence between the sound. In a time when much of popular music leans toward high energy, fast pace, and mass appeal, this song takes a bold step in the opposite direction. It doesn't beg for attention. It invites connection. And that is where its true power lies. From the very first verse, there's a quiet vulnerability that draws listeners in. Not through grand statements or dramatic swells, but through honest sentiment. Wish Love doesn't scream its message. It breathes it. The song's lyrics trace a journey from darkness to light, mirroring the emotional turbulence many face in their personal lives. The words are deliberate, carefully chosen, and laden with feeling. When Wang Yibo sings about hope flickering in the distance or a soul blooming into clarity, he's not offering generic metaphors. He's reaching into universal human emotions: loneliness, healing, longing, and the need to believe in something gentle again. What makes this emotional connection even stronger is that it doesn't come from a songwriter crafting a hit from the sidelines. It comes from Wang Yibo himself, stepping into the role of both artist and author, allowing his personal story to shape the tone and message of the song. That authenticity, the sense that this isn't just a performance, but a piece of someone's lived truth, resonates at a deeper level than most listeners expect. They don't just hear the song, they feel seen by it. The structure of the music also plays a crucial role in its emotional impact. The instrumentation is intentionally subtle, giving space for the lyrics to take center stage. Each pause, each breath, carries weight, as if the song itself is processing its emotions alongside the listener. This creates an almost meditative experience. It's not a song you dance to, it's a song you sit with, a song you return to when words aren't enough but silence feels too heavy. What elevates Wish Love from a personal ballad to a collective experience is the way it echoes the emotional state of an entire generation. In a world increasingly fragmented by noise and distraction, people crave sincerity. They want to feel something real, and Wang Yibo has given them that, a space to feel, to reflect, to heal. The song became a quiet refuge, a warm embrace through headphones, a reminder that even in stillness, even in sadness, there is love worth wishing for. This is why Wish Love resonates. It is not simply heard, it is experienced. It enters softly but leaves a lasting impression. And in doing so, it affirms what great music has always done. It makes the invisible visible, the unspoken understood, and the listener a little less alone. The digital success of Wish Love is more than just a matter of numbers. It is a cultural ripple that has grown into a wave, quietly yet powerfully sweeping across borders and languages. With over 1.5 billion views and millions of user-generated videos, the track has not only dominated platforms, but has become a shared emotional experience, echoed through every like, comment, and repost. But what truly sets this digital phenomenon apart is that its virality is rooted not in spectacle, but in sincerity. This wasn't a manufactured campaign, nor was it the result of paid trends. Instead, it was the song's emotional authenticity that sparked a grassroots movement, one that spread organically from fan circles to total strangers who found something of themselves in the music. People didn't just consume Wish Love, they responded to it. They danced with it, cried with it, recreated it, and shared it not as content, but as a feeling they couldn't keep to themselves. It's rare to witness a digital moment where numbers and emotions rise together. The vast view count is a testament not only to the song's accessibility but to its universality. Teenagers in Seoul, young adults in Paris, new parents in Jakarta, each found something healing, something intimate in Wang Yibo's voice. What began as one man's quiet offering has become a collective reflection of emotional need across an entire generation. In the ever-moving tide of the internet, where trends appear and vanish within hours, Wish Love remains. Not because it's loud, but because it's real. And in a world often too fast, too crowded, too curated, the quiet truth of a heartfelt song has created a digital earthquake, one that continues to echo. Behind the success of Wish Love was an ingenious campaign. Wang Yibo's team launched a collaboration with mental health organizations, branding the song as the theme of the Heart Healing Project. Workshops were held in universities, libraries, and public parks across China, combining live listening sessions with guided mental wellness discussions. Internationally, fans followed suit, organizing Wish Love reflection nights, virtual group covers, and emotional journaling prompts inspired by the lyrics. This wasn't marketing. This was a social movement through sound. Industry experts see Wish Love as a turning point for modern pop. Why? Because it confirms two seismic shifts in the music world. White heavy checkmark emotional authenticity now holds more value than fame. White heavy checkmark creative ownership is the new power play. Wang Yibo isn't just growing, he's leading. From singer to composer, from performer to visionary, he's showing that depth, not volume, defines artistry. And here's something new. Fans are campaigning for Wish Love to be added to school music curriculums as an example of contemporary emotional storytelling. The story doesn't end here. In the coming months, Wang Yibo is expected to drop his first solo album featuring more original tracks, launch a global concert tour, expected stops: Seoul, Bangkok, LA, Paris, Sydney. Star in the upcoming film Against the Light. And yes, he composed the theme song himself. From screen to stage, From verse to voice, he's crafting his own universe. Wang Yibo's Wish Love isn't just the top song of the quarter, it's the sound of a generation searching for meaning and finding it in music that dares to be vulnerable. Speech Balloon, what does Wish Love mean to you? Tell us in the comments, we'd love to hear your story. Bell, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to join the Star Watch Now family. More inspiring stories, more powerful voices, and more moments that move your heart. Thanks for watching, and remember, the next legend might just be one song away.